Hello. Oh, it's time for Boot Hill to go have a go at some more employees.
Greetings. I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family, head of security for the hotel. How may I assist you?
Hello. So, there's something I wanted to ask about. I've been hearing some unsettling rumors about certain incidents that might affect the Charmony Festival. Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I traveled all the way from the Hawaii Federation and I don't want my trip to be ruined.
What do you mean?
Wait. You haven't heard?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors, but they're completely baseless. I can assure you, as a representative of the Bloodhound family, that everything is going smoothly for the Charmony Festival.
Yeah, sure.
At present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time. Even the Dream Master himself has arrived. So don't worry, your trip won't be in vain.
That's a relief to hear. She doesn't appear to be acting. So, it seems that even the hotel staff are out of the loop.
It only just occurred to me that he's basically wearing the tiniest crop top known to man.
The Charmony Festival is about to start! I'm so excited!
Hey! You guys here for the Charmony Festival too?
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially for the festival. Honestly, I don't really even know what it's about. But I heard it's a lot of fun!
Well, back in my homeworld, Anaria, we have festivals like that all the time. My dad
Well,
threw me
back
a
in my
birthday party
homeworld.
one time that was just as extravagant as the Charmony Festival.
Oh, come on! The Charmony Festival is a once-in-an-Amber-era event! How can a birthday party compare?
Well, you never know, right? Maybe on her world, birthdays only happen once in Amber Era. Anyway, let's forget about that. Have you heard about the, unsettling things happening in the dreamscape?
Unsettling things? What could possibly go wrong? It better not ruin the Charmony Festival!
Relax. With a big event like this, there's bound to be lots of gossip and rumors. Don't worry. If anything does happen, the family will be on top of it.
Oh, that's a relief. I didn't come all this way to see the festival go down the drain. Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two.
Any
They're
fudging
clueless.
clues?
Back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. I'm starting to wonder. Sending her to contact Sunday was a good idea. Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape, and wherever we go, all we see is people enjoying themselves.
What I learned from those two interactions is that Boot Hill is not good at talking to people.
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge of organizing the council and managing everything inside and outside the dreamscape. However, I walked around the hotel but didn't meet a single member of the Oak family on such an important day.
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly, the head of the Oak family is that Sunday guy.
You just said that, Boot Hill.
Right?
We shouldn't linger here too long. Let's go back to the express.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed VIPC, bro? If you run away now...
I'm sorry, hold on.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed VIPC, bro? If you
Bro.
run away now, everyone will be chasing after you.
Are you suggesting we sit here and do nothing?
I wouldn't say do nothing, but let's stay put for now. Even if the family has ulterior motives, they couldn't have anticipated us showing up here. We're the surprise factor for them. They don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so they won't do anything reckless. See, the IPC lackeys are keeping a close eye on this hotel.
If I were a family member, I'd find an official excuse and keep the surprise factors here. If we just wait here, that would be like walking into their trap.
Of course, we don't need to walk into their trap. I gave a backup plan to the memo keeper. If it turns out we won't be allowed to enter the dreamscape, she'll order a drink for me in the VIP lounge at the hotel.
A secret signal.
That's right.
Smart.
Oh, a concrete object can indeed help the memo keeper establish a connection with you. But Boot Hill,
I'm sorry, but it's one of my quirks. I have too many unreliable friends. And if I reveal that
how do we get into the VIP lounge?
this is where my street smarts come into play.
Quest objective. Use your street smart.
You're the lobby manager, right?
Yes, I am. How may I assist you?
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. We wanted to check in, but there's something wrong with your system. We've been waiting here forever, without any food or water. What the fork, man? Is this how the family treats its guests?
I feel like I'm in the good place. What the fork?
Is this your idea of street smarts? Starting an altercation?
It's called standing up for your rights.
He actually is just a Karen.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please wait while we try to contact Mr. Sunday. I'll arrange 2 premium seats in the VIP lounge so you can rest there while you wait.
See? Just like that.
Just don't call yourself Nameless next time.
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the planet of festivities.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, I have an order for a bottle of Donna's White Oak. Can you help us find it?
Has Donna's White Oak?
Oh, no way. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle, after all. I couldn't afford to cover for such an item if it were broken or lost.
That's strange.
Well, I recognize the
Could it
voice
be
of
the
that
memo
bartender.
keeper couldn't afford it?
Then what should we do now?
No need to rush. Let's grab some drinks first. Let's see what kind of juice malts you all have here. Well, give me a glass of Heenum Valley, 40 years. I'll have it neat. No ice.
Oh, he's such a cowboy.
Wow, that's the most expensive one on the list.
It's on the house, anyway.
What can I get for you?
Anything you recommend is fine.
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's classic Soul Glad mixed with Laboon juice. It's refreshing and suits your cool demeanor. Just 1 minute.
Thank you, I am very cool.
This flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Ooh, really hits the spot. Truly, the finest sherry.
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Is that really something that humans enjoy?
He might not be human.
This guy doesn't know anything at all.
As long as you're satisfied, dear guest.
Please
Let's give the
enjoy.
memo keeper another half system hour. If she doesn't show up, we'll need to come up with a new plan.
The situation is unclear. Something must have happened on the planet of festivities, but the public is unaware of it. Someone in a position of power within the family must be covering it up. It's unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions, let alone the IPC and the Masked Fools. If what you said about the Emanator of the Nihility is true, the situation in Penacony is
Danhong, stop
a
helping
little
him.
complicated.
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned about. Regarding Acheron.
Like, we've got this covered.
As you know, the faction that follows the path of the Hunt are some of the most dangerous folks in the cosmos to mess with. I mean, who in their right mind? Isn't there a saying among the Xianzhou people that the Rainbow Sect lets their Lux arrow do all the beating?
Sure.
Talking. Do all the talking.
Well, you know what I mean. Even though the Galaxy Rangers have been out of sight for years, we've been keeping an eye on this region. Even the dumbest criminals know better than to mess with the Annihilation Gang, much less the Rangers.
And Acheron killed all of them.
But that Acheron lady, she doesn't seem like a lunatic at all. On the contrary, she's highly logical and organized. She knows exactly when to hold back and when to strike without mercy.
And you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior motive for
I'm not entirely sure, but I do have my suspicions. Maybe she knows a Galaxy Ranger, or perhaps she's trying to lure us.
Anyway, what worries me more are the anomalies within the family. They've summoned followers from various paths for the festival. No matter how generous such a gesture is, unless the invitations weren't sent by them. If that's the case, it's even more intriguing that the family insists on organizing the Charmony Festival.
Maybe it's Shipei the Harmony pulling the strings. We find it beyond human understanding because it wasn't arranged by. People do stupid things out of irrational impulses. They abandon their principles when self-interest is involved. They believe in things they know they shouldn't, and fudge. They even break their own rules.
And fudge.
But Eons don't. They stick to their determined path and never turn back, even if they reach a dead end.
You think Shipei's will is behind all this?
It may not necessarily be Shipei. There's definitely some higher entity involved. I know, it's much simpler when you boil it down to the eons and paths. Like how Lon always follows the path of the Hunt, or how the Express stays true to the Trailblaze despite Akavili's disappearance.
But in my opinion, Akavili's fall holds significance for the Nameless.
Oh, so you're saying the Nameless now have to take responsibility for their own choices because they're absolutely right?
Exactly. I believe the purpose of the journey isn't just about following a path that's always considered absolutely right. It's more about doing your best to choose the right path for yourself among countless possibilities, even with limited insight and judgment.
I don't know what you've been through, but I agree that people must take responsibility for their choices. That's why the Galaxy Rangers need to uncover the imposter and figure out her true intentions. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't show up.
Backup plan for the backup plan
This
for the
is my
backup plan.
final backup plan.
You sure have a lot of cards up your sleeve.
Well, going back to my old career would make things a lot. By the way, when you were walking around the hotel, did you happen to see any...
What's your plan?
It's simple. We just grab some hostages and use them as bargaining chips with the family. Or maybe we can even take their identities.
Just a cheeky bit of kidnapping and hostage scenarios.
No need for that. We'll return to the Express now.
Wait, are you getting scared? Draw your weapon. Let's make a big scene.
Did that one whiskey go to his head?
Are you leaving, esteemed guests? Would you like to cancel that as Donna's White Oak you just ordered?
Huh? As Donna's White Oak?
Ha ha. Looks like you are a bit intoxicated, esteemed guests. You ordered a...
Looks like your memory.
Oh, right. Sorry, my memory's not the best. You know, too many modifications and all. Anyway, let me
Well,
check.
fuck me.
Well, fork me. It says Donna's White Oak, or I'll be waiting for you on the Astral Express.
Alright, back to the
No
Express then.
mistake. That's her message to you.
Well, looks like we took a detour, but now it's back to the
You're back? 2 guests just boarded saying they were looking for Boot Hill, so I told them to wait in the parlor car.
Good. Good pom-pom.
Oh, just in time.
2 guests?
Yeah, or 2. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express.
Go on, Acheron.
Sneaking in like that, you have no regard for etiquette.
Who else a beer?
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can truly trust right now.
You are the memo keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting.
Finally, Memo Keeper. Well, let's cut to the chase. Spill everything you know.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black
Oh, it is
Swan,
Acheron.
and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a memo keeper. I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Now, Boot Hill, please don't immediately draw your gun like I think you're about to.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
And the Wi-Fi just died.
What?
There we go.
You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this memo keeper came to my aid and helped me escape their surveillance unnoticed.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping. And the process was far from unnoticed. But we did escape.
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals, namely all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm
Son of
dumb
a
or something?
nice lady. I like how he replaces fuck with fudge. And he replaces bitch with nice lady.
How about this?
Instead of just saying son of a
I'll put
dog.
few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets
Also, I
spill
fucking
out.
called it. He pulled out his gun.
We can talk about trust.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
My cover hadn't been blown.
No other options. What do you mean?
Did you just mean it as the emanator?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Don Hung. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed, I've been waiting for you. Galaxy
Oh, so
Rangers
she
are
did
known
pretend
for
to
their
be
elusive
Galaxy
nature
Rangers
and
just to
limited
bait the
contact with
Galaxy
each other.
Rangers.
So this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner.
Huh?
Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift from the heavens, a sign of their mercy upon the world. Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. Their constant pouring is a reminder that the gods haven't abandoned us yet. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
Oh, this is peak. Look at how cool this looks. Old man with forgot what this is called. This hat is just cool.
I used to believe,
And these hands.
just like you, that it would eventually stop. Years and decades passed. And in the end, such hope looks like the God you mentioned doesn't exist after all.
As he spoke, the old man's gaze remained fixed on the distance. Amidst the fine drizzle of black rain, countless shadowy hands emerged from the sea, shrouded in an ethereal mist, reaching out towards the sky one by one.
Well, let me share a story of mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail that creates countless ripples of possibilities. These and for some, their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves.
Like those shadows on the ocean.
Sin-thirsters.
Sin-thirsters.
Sessions of the Pathstriders. They emerge from the depths of IX, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeating the actions of their past lives. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, these hollow phantoms, they were once my dear companions. A group of Galaxy Rangers.
Oh, okay.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. I'm guiding them toward transcendence. It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The universe witnessed the fall of Zulo, the Lord Ravager, but it came at a price. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. So someone must guide these lost souls to their life beyond. They were heroes, as for me. I've suffered too many losses on that battlefield to advance any further. And that...
But you know, these sin-thirsters, they're not who they used to be.
Does this seem pointless to you? Well, some tasks have to be done, even if they are pointless.
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. After all, this realm is off limits to ordinary souls, right? Thank you, stranger. I wish that you find what you seek.
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives
Oh, I just realized how
may
cool
seem
this is.
pointless from our perspective.
They drop the water
But
there.
if, and it's just an if,
Yeah, they drop the water there, actually like bounce off of the umbrella and the hat. That's cool. He didn't need to add that level of detail.
if this is what the departed ones expected, should we try to change it?
A good question. And a profound one. I don't know the answer. What I do know is that one day, I too will pass away. And when I bid farewell to this world, someone will stand at my grave and place a bouquet of
Oh, actual Robin.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, mindset, and soul reflected immaturity and innocence. As I grew into adulthood, I left behind my childlike side.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with us.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the harmony to the best of my ability. However, out of laziness, I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment, it has been tough to sleep.
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change?
Yes.
Have you examined your soul? And
Of course, the
confessed
harmony
all
are the
your
most
sins?
religious. They're just Catholic, I guess.
Are you willing to accept the process of atonement? Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family, and you shall be reinstated among them.
Oh, praise Shipe. And thank you, esteemed advocate.
Next, please step forward.
I wholeheartedly confess to you. Please.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us. As long as you are sincere, absolution.
You can do anything as long as you say you're sorry.
Oh, great. You know,
Bro.
I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway. I sold everything to get a ticket. My house, my land, and my 2 children.
That's fucked.
I see. Please, go on.
You are forgiven for selling your children into slavery.
My children were starving, and I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. If I can strike it rich here. But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Next, please.
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in Penacony, and the next leader of...
I have sought their presence with us. Let us proceed.
Sure. Let's just get this over with. I have sinned. Please forgive me. I wasted half a pizza at breakfast, and a bottle of Soul Glad.
Unforgivable. To the gallows.
That's it. Nothing more. We wrap this up.
Do you seek to atone for your sins?
My sins? Starting to sound like a saint, huh? You think nobody
Why is he
knows
here?
what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh? Don't kid yourself, Featherbrain. Those dream chasers might be fooled by you. Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Where does the... Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the harmony
that's
of
why.
paradise, right? Then I'll take my leave. Good...
Oh, revered triple-faced soul, hear my doubts. Who can judge the strong when their power hides their crimes? Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay any price to survive? Who can comfort the purest souls when even they get led astray? If the strong defending the weak is truly the foundation of paradise, then who is responsible for the suffering and anguish in this wretched world?
Brother? Brother? Brother, are you all right?
I'm fine. I've been working long hours, and I just made a trip to Dreamflux Reef and back. So, I'm a bit out of sorts. But it'll all be over before we know it.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident. Even if the Stellar...
No need to
We are
worry
a bunch of
about
troublemakers.
The Charmony Festival was meant to spread joy and harmony across...
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so... We'll do our best to explain everything to the Dream Master, even if the negotiation does not go smoothly. I'll refuse to go on stage. Without the Chord Master, the Harmonious Choir would not arrive, and the Charmony Festival would be just a grand performance, and nothing
It'll
more.
be just a grand performance.
I'm relieved to... You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any contact with this Dream Master himself. I'd heard of the heads of the 5 major lineages, but the Dream Master is a mystery to me.
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience, even for us.
Perhaps you'll be the first guest to meet the Dream Master in years, Mr. Ye.
Let's hope we can reach a consensus that satisfies everyone.
Yeah, let's just negotiate peacefully.
Indeed.
That always works.
Let us hope so.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here. Thank you for everything you've done.
Drunken guest.
Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? It's about the size of the cap on my Soul Glad bottle. If
Okay,
I
bud.
just reached out my hand, I could grab the moon, couldn't I?
Yeah, totally.
The moon? You mean the Grand Theater?
Yeah. But it's no big deal. The Grand Theater here looks much better than the moon back home. It's just magnificent. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony. How short-sighted.
Selling everything you had? Why would you go to such lengths?
Good question.
Why? Can't you see? Life back home is miserable. It's not really... It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams. You can do whatever you want. That's what I call living.
Is this truly living?
Oh, it's a fucking dream.
Huh? What did you say, young lady? I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on Glock's Avenue can be dangerous. How about I ask a Bloodhound family member to...
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Wow. No one. See you around, Mr. Sunday. And...
This didn't feel particularly necessary.
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. But why do they live like that? The man we ran into, he doesn't seem happy at all. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But for him, they're the only way to survive, even if it means giving up on reality. That's not really living at all.
I mean, obviously, it was the point to once again point out how,
But, in my opinion,
sweet dreams just a
that's how
delusion.
most people live their lives.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living, but that's not quite accurate. Even without Penacony, people create their own illusions called... People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value means gaining power, and those deemed worthless are seen as the weak. However, value doesn't come out of thin air, and there's a limit to it. To accumulate value.
Are you suggesting that this is not how things should be?
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it, because they uphold the illusory notion of self-value, the survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from. People come to the sweet dream in Penacony to escape. No tragedies exist here, only happiness, although in its nascent form.
Perhaps that man is just an exception. Let's not...
Yes, seeing is believing.
Just think it's funny to get run over.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along? We're all so excited about it.
It's going smoothly. Thanks for making the trip to join the festival.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe celebrating day and night. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect for me.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
Nah, not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun?
Even if the fun is the exact same thing every single day?
Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room, this place is the ultimate paradise.
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long-living species. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. Who would want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss?
I see. I genuinely wish...
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin!
Seems like that guest's perspective.
She had a valid point. I could sense her genuine happiness.
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life.
Yep, she's just running away from real life.
She's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream. Once she steps out of this sanctuary, everything will be lost.
Well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room, didn't she?
However, the paradise in our dreams, it doesn't have to end.
No. And the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either.
Quiet guest.
The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor.
Honor is all mine, random
Even
old
though
man.
time stands still in this dreamscape, It always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you. Do you mind if we chat?
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left. Please, forgive me for being blunt. But is that why you came to Penacony?
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Sarkosian mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive materials. And then, all my comrades died.
Oh, fucking hell.
My hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. I couldn't bear to live with everything I knew gone.
How heart-wrenching.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos, and a stellar team of caregivers. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, my true appearance. Huh?
So...
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. Now
That one I don't mind.
Story. It's so tragic.
Like, he's dying anyway. He wants to
Sweet
spend
dream gives him joyful memories to hold
his
on
last
to for the rest of his
remaining
life.
time in a dream. That's fine.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However, even the sweet dream has its limitations.
There will be a way out.
Hi, Sparkle.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Wait. Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Yeah, Sparkle, you could drop that.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you enjoy yourself?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate—
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family. You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would—
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I have no idea what you're planning? I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm pretty sure
Chicken wing boy.
to be appearing on stage. After all, you're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of harmony. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
What's the rush, chicken wing boy? Did I get to you?
I'm on, take notes. This is how you come up with an ugly nickname.
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part. And now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin. Here, the last two gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, Remember to use them during the show.
Oh yay, more totally fine and safe buttons.
Bang!
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother. The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only offers an escape from reality. Nothing more.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost himself.
That might be true, but even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far as I know, the Intelligentsia Guild has been promoting
that's a
their
fair point.
rehabilitation techniques for a long time now.
Like, it's a massive universe, and I'm sure some of the planets have advanced healing technology.
That path may have been more
Especially with the
ordinary and
Genius
challenging,
Society.
but now, he is receiving hospice care in a comatose state, and his fate is sealed. Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Valid point.
Don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future. The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers, and later...
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters.
Oh, it
because
crashed
I
and
didn't want
died.
to upset you. Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
Fucking rip.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
That looked like fairly obvious this was all a metaphor.
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey.
Like the Galactic Baseballer.
That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people, some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds no
What the hell is happening there?
The strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak.
That looked like a
Even
banging
in this
cartoon.
carefree dream. Human nature contains greatness, but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that can't be eradicated. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother...
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir. I want to sing with everyone and spread our wishes so that all can feel happiness and joy.
I see. Then I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's just that it includes your wish and everyone else's. I long for a true...
Then let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes come true through the power of the harmonious choir.
It's a deal then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a chord master?
Maybe you will have to become a star first.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Since he's already carried out his last wish, my final mission is complete. But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude, staking everything on some nameless in the future? But you have the numbers. And in numbers comes strength. So that might just delay your inevitable a little more.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. Rather than idly sit around while the family's got us blocked off, an offensive approach might be We're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most. And since it's the key to stabilizing the sweet dream, it's vital to the family's interests. By attacking their core interests, they're bound to retaliate hastily. And as the saying goes...
Haste makes waste.
As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, we have a chance at gaining the upper hand. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will be airtight, and if we brute force it, even...
Oh, but brute forcing is what we're good at.
So, no one's gonna say anything? Then I'll raise my hand. I know the answer to this question.
You? Of all people?
What's that supposed to mean? You better believe it. So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soul Glad TM Festivity Auditions.
She said the
or something.
TM.
And it's going to be held in the moment of scorch sand. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important.
No, it's pretty
What's
important.
crucial is that we can enter the Grand Theater before the audience arrives.
So we're gonna miss congeniality this. I don't know how many people are gonna understand that reference.
So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions? I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club. To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along, but now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Robin's hand.
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity.
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will you be joining us?
You're gonna join us for the pageant?
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already...
Should we ever cross paths again?
Alright. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy. As long as the Astral Express and Stellaron Hunter...
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's...
Oh god.
And the drive, dear friends, the next superstar of Penacony's Charmony Festival could be you!
Oh, wow, they've really outdone themselves! Oh, I'm starting to get excited!
Behold, here come 4 friends with spirits high and full of steel. Are you aspiring to be the superstars of the festival?
Look at all the beautiful ladies.
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
Depends, are they combat challenges? In which case, pretty confident.
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us? It'll be quick.
Your journey is long and fraught with peril, yet under a sky blanketed by banners, you vie for the crown.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty! Magnificent and majestic!
Bro thinks he's Argenti.
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brotherland's focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be winners, but if we don't have fun...
Oh, are they all from different paths? No, only the last 3 of them.
We'd all be sinners.
People are pouring in. It kind of feels like all sorts of bad are showing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, make way. Make way. Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons, and the soul-glad business empire's founder, Mr. Ideen. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of Soulglad's factory, Ideen Lida. My 4 friends, introduce yourselves to the audience across the cosmos.
Different than the old man from before.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko, a nameless from the Astral Express, and these are my companions.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities?
We'll be fine.
Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astral Express is so well known, the family won't dare to make any rash moves.
Is it really a good idea to have a talent show with this pivotal moment of our story? That's very meta. I'm Inter and she's Marchstone. Hello, I'm the Galactic Boy and she's Say Cheese.
Don't expose my net handle to everyone.
Oh shit, I just doxed her.
Hello, everyone. I'm March 7th. I'm an ordinary girl who loves adventures. Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who enjoys adventures.
We're all just ordinary girls.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be spectacular. Time is precious. My four friends, come with me. Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a black.
What the fuck is happening? How have we ended up at a pageant? Or weird competition? Oh, don't know why I tried to slash the book. Knew there'd be a treasure chest here. I think that's also a bird.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Yes, it is. Look at our girl. Her hardships and efforts are recognized by everyone. Hello, more birds. Sorry, was I bothering you? Yep. Pretty noisy here. Even if you hide in here to sing, no other birdies can hear you. Pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh, you can just walk through these.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.
I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Let's carry on trying to win a great pageant. Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my first fortune in life. Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the Soul Glad that we all know and love today. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days, and the watchmaker. Scorched Sand Hall is my homage to that time of boundless possibilities. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstars of Penacony.
Yeah, bro, so it's
Is there anything you'd like to say
plot
before
relevant.
the competition officially begins?
Apparently. Nah, we'd win. Bruh. Can we get the ball rolling already? I ain't got all day. Capiche? Rest assured, we're going to take an L on this. I can feel it. Nah. We'd win.
That's the trailblazing spirit. How about you, Miss March?
Hello, everyone! Next up, we're ready for the Mega March 7th Adventure, where I'm going to break the speed run world record!
Speedrun of what, March?
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits. That's Miss March 7th for you. How about Miss Firefly?
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hoped for.
Ah, a wonderful.
Oh, that was actually a good one.
Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
Safety first, everyone.
Thanks, Mom. Me. Sorry.
Simple words,
Mommy,
but
sorry.
full of warmth. Waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths to choose from, with unique challenges on each route. And in the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day. A
Odd Genty here.
contender whose noble virtue. Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now, I hereby announce that the 33rd.
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we must reach the end as quickly as possible. Factoring in efficiency.
There we have me and Firefly,
Splitting up
Himiko and
into 2
March.
groups is the best choice. March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her.
Yep.
It'd probably be better if the 2 of you paired up.
And not at all because we're like girlfriends.
Fine by me. Let's do it.
All right. I don't have a problem.
There, one out. I get to pair it with Firefly and there's no catch. Here we'll go kiss.
We'll split into the assigned groups then.
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season.
Sponsored by Soul Glad.
In this stage, you can choose between 2 challenges. In the School of Acting Challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts and move the panel judges. In the School of Action Challenge, you have to defeat 3 groups of enemies convincingly and reach the end.
Oh, I am very good at defeating enemies.
Now, make your choice.
But the acting sounds like it'd be more of a fun minigame. Oh, let's go act. It'll be what's funniest, I imagine. Or have the funniest options. Okay. Click the bell on the track to select the challenge area to go. Oh, fine, we'll do the acting. It'll probably have the best meme moments in it. Or we'll just include more fighting anyway.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3 stages up ahead. On each, you will find an outline of a script. These 3 scripts were written by the legendary filmmaker, The What? Your task is to bring those moments to life. Find the right words, words and act convincingly to make the judges feel the script's intended emotions.
My jumper's still March and Himiko anyway, make us do the combat path.
Also,
as well.
a bit of trivia. The record score for this stage is held by a participant with fiery red hair. His exceptional performance
Yep, I
brought
don't see.
even the strictest judge to tears.
Just take a look at this pair! Such star quality. Since you come as a pair, I'll prep a two-person scene for you.
Thank you.
You two, are you ready?
Ready.
Envision that you both, driven by the spirit of exploration, are arriving at the land of dreams that is Penacony for the first time. But instead of lush lands, you find yourselves amidst swirling sands and desolation, far from the paradise the watchmaker described. You're driving an old clunker through the wilderness of the dreamscape, braving the cold wind, choking on the dust, and suddenly, a fierce now, Miss Greyhair. What line would you deliver
Miss Greyhair.
to express your
That's both of us.
disappointment in Penacony?
Oh, these are all banger lines. Great, I love living on the wild side. A brutish creature. Quick, let's run over. What in the tar nation is this hellhole? The watchmaker is a big fat liar. That's a terrible line.
Do you usually express disappointment this way?
Yes.
Very good. Now, though you're disappointed, your screen partner is conversely very enthusiastic. Now, young lady, you will say...
This is great! I love living on the wild side!
Damn it, Firefly.
Very good, very intense. And then we cut to the story's next scene. You find a job mending the rails, but the days are suddenly, sweet rain falls from the sky, wetting your lips and rousing your spirits. Now, Miss Greyhair, what line will best express your
Again with
surprise
the
at
Miss
this
Greyhair.
moment?
Bitch, I have a name. Wow, we Penacony, my Penacony, you truly abound of opportunities. Perhaps we were never meant to. Just let me die first. It's genuinely this, isn't it? Wow, we Penacony, my Penacony, you truly abound with opportunities.
But at this moment, your partner yet gazes into the sky, both her eyes closed. The raindrops fall, blurring her vision.
Perhaps we were never meant to succeed. Right?
Fantastic! Both of you have an incredibly solid foundation in dialogue delivery.
You think Firefly's delivering her lines correctly?
Lines aren't everything in a performance. Up next,
I hope these tests...
This is way more fun than just doing some combat. That probably would have been much faster, but wouldn't have been as funny.
Here, you two are required to skillfully utilize body language to portray the story context I've laid out for you. Picking up from where we left off, a heavy downpour saves you both stranded in the desert. This rain quenches the anger in your heart. You look to your companion. At this moment, what should...
Tell a dad joke.
The test now is about body...
Oh, fine.
What?
Physical comedy gets you every time.
Right answer. Your companion sees you rolling about in the sand and thinks about the arduous obstacles along this journey.
I'm
A tug at the heartstrings.
Let's fucking
the
go.
The story continues to develop. The heavy rain leads you both to sense a business opportunity.
Jason.
So you start venturing into the umbrella industry. But just as the business begins to pick up, competitors start flooding the market with low-priced goods, squeezing your market share.
What? Sorry. My brain turned off for a second then. This switched to because it rained for a second in the desert. We thought we would open an umbrella company.
You have no choice. The goods you stockpiled at high prices have to be sold at a loss. This is a pretty self-destructive move, which drives...
Stand on my knees, stand up and smack the table. You slam the table and right, they think you'll back down. Impossible. Dream chasers can't be knocked down, but never knocked down. I read that wrong. Dream chasers can be knocked down, but never knocked down. Never give up, never what? Never surrender. Never back down, never what?
Fantastic!
Never give up.
But it's a pity. Your friend does not agree. Seeing that you're up to your eyeballs in debt, she sees nothing but despair in her future. And then...
I leave Penacony in utter disappointment.
Of course! Absolutely! I was this close to However, the true test is yet to come. You're about to encounter the heart...
Let's go, we can do it. Why are there enemies? Oh, I can't actually go there. Oh, bird. Get that before I forget. Like, the show is about to begin. Chirp. What? My dear, this is in this. My dear, is this? Oh, fuck me. Is this? Oh, that's because that sentence doesn't make sense. My dear, is this Dreamville's place of opportunity? The scorched sand wonderland that everyone's talking about? Chirp. Those bad birdies. That's a duke dust. Just look at this barren wasteland. Not even a pebble for nest building to be found. Think a minor setback is going to deter this brave birdie? Chirp. Never. Chirp. Sorry, dear. Sorry, dear. I simply can't stand this downtrodden life. I'm going back to the great tree. Yeah. Go away. It's such a drama bird. Full marks. Golf clap.
Welcome to the final stage. Actually, all the scenarios that you previously encountered were all from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams.
Oh, I put it with holes.
Two companions arrive on Penacony with nothing but a dream. Their desire for achievement is met with continuous setbacks. Ultimately, one continues on, despite spiraling into debt, while the other concedes defeat and leaves. Many years later, their paths cross once more in the thriving Penacony. Yet, against the backdrop of a revitalized Penacony, the joy of reunion mixes with the sorrow of past separation. Give it a shot. Try and convey this.
Is this ever going to end?
That feels like cheating a bit. And we could have done this properly.
Your performance is...
We haven't done anything yet.
I never imagined that such a sad scene could be portrayed by you two in such a joyful and heartwarming way. Two people sharing a
We've got chemistry, what can I say?
friendship. Huh? But we have it brilliant. Your portrayal outdone.
We have passed the test. We ought to hurry up. The Stellaron is at stake.
Stream forward. Lean bold blades.
Fighting things is overrated. What was the point of them? They actually weren't looking at anything. Oh, I have mesmerized many a poor clock. I didn't expect I'd have charm over humans as well. I'm so sinful. My pretty, you're interesting. I can leave a slot open for you on that precious dial of mine, but you mustn't be naughty. Don't let me down. Okay, bud. I actually love these puzzles. I don't know why. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, there we go. I was trying to do it differently. TikTok, I thought I'd be more popular if I spoke like this, but it doesn't seem right. You've got no arrears, ticker. What are these building blocks for again? I actually don't remember. You give them to the clockies. Oh, I think you could open them. My inventory. It can be returned to the Dream Ticker Administration. I don't remember where that is. Sure, I'll do it at some point. No business like show business.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more look at the time! You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant.
We know it's our
contestant.
Argenti.
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises.
Sponsored by Soul Glad.
You have the option to choose Gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or Time, where you'll now...
What's more fun, Hanu or Clocky? Time trial, gunfire trial. Let's do this, I suppose.
Dear friends, welcome to the enchanting universe created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you is the morally dubious yet ever-charming character from the animated Clocky series, Hanu! It is said that these cartoon characters were inspired by the Watchmaker's own experiences. According to research by Clockies, enter into the world of Hanu via the TV by the entrance and partake in an enchanting and
If it's a gunfire trial, We should be able to settle this with a fight, right?
Oh, the time trial was probably yet to complete in a certain amount of cycles, whereas this just makes them harder. I have seen this quite a few times.
Ready? 1, 2.
I know, it's literally, I just do this as Hanu.
Very good. In this Hanu's adventure episode, Boss Stone has gathered his battleships for an assault on Dreamville. All Buzzfly, Cousin Wolf, and Bon. Alas, Hanu presently is ill-equipped to fend off the malevolent myth.
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you could really use some help. Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and
That are a really cool setting. Gosh, it's the first time I've ever seen you crouch down. Is Dreamshaw actually the plot dictates that you directly provide aid to us? Oh, they're all funny. Actually, the plot dictates that you directly provide aid to us. You really want to say this to the dream-weaving gentleman, but given your character design, you can only respond with a cool, Yeah, okay. You let out cool. It might just be the coolest in history.
Oh my! Are you telling me that Boss Stone
In my head, Hanu is voiced by Henry Cavill, using his Witcher voice.
twist of fate?
And as much as I try, I can't do the, like, Geralt sigh as well as Henry Cavill can.
Listen closely, Hanu. I'm aware you're in need of a suitable weapon. And I also know there's one just upstairs.
Would that be Hanu's trusty rocket launcher?
But you know what? You'll have to play an exhilarating round of Dream Jigsaw first.
Oh. Make a call. Only someone as cool as you could produce such a cool perfection.
Now scurry along, Hanu, but tread carefully. Too near to it. I can't wait to see you finish.
Yeah, I'll do your fucking
Stay
jigsaw.
alert
Shut up.
and make sure those monsters don't spot us. It appears we can't.
Yes, thanks, Firefly.
Look up there. If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick?
Believe it or not, Firefly, this ain't my first rodeo. What am I pushing? Oh, there. Die, die, die. Yank. The bird's bigger than me, Christ. Teleport down. Black. Oh.
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
You let me do your fucking jigsaw. Where the fuck is the edge piece? There it is. That goes there. Table there.
Oh my! The exquisite sensation of perfect alignment. Hurry now, Hanu. Touch that.
Such.
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented.
You'll be fine, Firefly. Book. Can't take a lift in the current state, sure. Oh, they call it a lift instead of an elevator. British. Somebody British translated that line.
Is that Hanu?
Oh, what the fuck? Hold on. That was cool. Penacony's in danger. Can you get out of the way? What are you talking about? Staying in character with this much I know the answer to this one.
What exactly is he talking about?
Tick-tock! It's time for me to make an appearance!
Oh, hey, Mickey. I mean, Clocky. Ah, the plot thickens, hell.
Clocky? I can also see him. Is this character part of the show?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything! Like right now! I can be Hanu says, battle! We must do battle! The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have no path of retreat for the future of Dreamville! Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
Was already about to do that.
So they just... Sheesh. Logic in this plot and dialogue is really being pushed to its limits.
What do you expect of the gacha game? No, I'm kidding. It was a joke.
Here we go again.
Oh, bird. No, the plot for Star Rail is actually good. I thought everybody just talking about how 2.2 is peak. Or just how Penacony's peak, but the story for this patch is really good. Is what I saw as I was trying to avoid the millions of spoilers posted on Reddit and Twitter. I'm not reading what you're saying, bird. You mate. Now I'll go in the TV.
I am gradually getting used to this.
Oh, did someone say high-level movies just now? Last we saw, Hanu was preparing for battle. Suddenly, he hears heavy footsteps, but brave Hanu won't go down without a fight.
But...
Guess what? Hanu's favorite...
I very well just have to go get his rocket launcher.
What a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome if the organizers allowed me to wear armor.
Oh, I can't wait to pull Firefly next patch.
The storage room. It's behind
It's
the
right.
shelves,
It's right there. That one's not on.
He wasn't lying.
Oh, okay. It is on.
There's actually a bazooka here.
It looked like it wasn't on. So I thought I could get away with that.
Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too.
Well, that was actually close enough to get both of them. Don't think it would be. Ah, yes, yes.
It looks like
Please all just stand there. Oh, again.
Here we go again. But no big.
No, you don't see me. You don't see me.
That should be all of them, right?
Oh, okay. I was about to say I nearly had that one.
Well, that's that.
Took me a second to realise that Firefly was just like, oh, I like the bazooka. They're trash. Okay. Just get me upstairs. No. Hold on. Oh, so I can use the lift. Okay, I went the wrong way. No, that doesn't make sense. Why would that? That's not... Why would that be B1? B would be basement. Oh wait. So yeah, the hell is down here? My bazooka around here somewhere. No, but I think this might be the only enemy. Oh, there's one right there. Ah, shit, that doesn't work. How the fuck am I meant to get that bazooka while he stood right there? Oh, it's just meant to be distraction. Okay. Oh. He only gave me 2 shots. Ah. Wasn't expecting there to be enemies behind that wall. Saturation bombing. I think I might need to unhanu. But that one. Yes. Unless. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, it's nothing else I need to be handy for, so. How the hell do I get up there? No, it's not over here. I'm confused to how to get up a floor, considering the lift doesn't seem to want to let me. Bro, how the fuck do you get to the jigsaw? Okay, fine.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourself. In the final stage, you will face the defending champion.
Could be anybody.
If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to be welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival's third stage in the 20th season.
Sponsored by Soulglad Enterprises. Can't forget it's sponsored by Soulglad. Ugh. How are these not the same thing? One, I guess. I wonder if we do just have to do the opposite ones with, Himiko. Oh my god, it's Argenti. Who could have seen that coming?
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
I won't go that far. Sure, it's pretty good for pure fiction. I want to play the slots. Fine, I'll fight Argenti. You meant to have no voice?
Are you a knight of beauty?
The Mini Rabbit Mech Pilot. Diva. Stray Cat Duelist, Galactic Ninja, and Quad Drive Intellatron. Okay.
That's right. This magnificent dream is built upon the Stellaron and the countless sacrifices of many people.
I'm googling if he's meant to have voice lines. Oh, that's annoying. Apparently it's just an issue. It made me start theorizing whether it was actually really him or not. That's weird and annoying. Please wait, my beautiful ladies. By the glorious light of beauty, I never thought I would see you again. In such turbulent times, your kind faces are a spring's gentle breeze, bringing solace to my scorched heart. I didn't read this properly before. You've already heard of my humble title elsewhere. I am deeply honoured. Upon hearing of all the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, in a cosmos unguarded by the beauty, disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed by tending to the sick and injured. Fortunately, the mini-rabbit mech pilot, stray cat duelist, galactic ninja, and quad-drive Intellatron, along with 32 other souls in distress, all emerged from their predicament safe and sound. Then led them all here to revel in the harmony with countless other splendid beings. Is this an Overwatch reference? Diva, Genji. I don't know who that, I can't think of who that would be. And that could be like, I don't know. Saving the world? What a righteous act of beauty if that's the case. No, that won't do. The rules of the contest are sacred and inviolable, just like the beauty. What would be the noblest choice? That's right. This significant dream is built upon the Stellaron and the countless sacrifices of many people. Oh, to encounter deeds so vile they stir one's very soul. However, present-day Penacony bears no marks of the Stellaron's taint, and the family has always been renowned for spreading harmony. How can I be sure your words hold truth? You don't trust your dear friend? Yeah, sure. Exposition done.
I'm not wrong. The Knights of Beauty also received an invitation from the Watchmaker, right?
That's right. But what does this have to do with Stellaron?
Actually, we've already met the Watchmaker.
You're about to identity all the truth about that. Okay. Oh, the Watchmaker and the Penacony Stellaron. It's clear to me now. Evidently, you're travelling in pursuit of the beauty's ideals. Go forth, my dear friend, beautiful miss. Your audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here, gazing from afar, as you bask in the limelight, joining the audience in offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
Thank you, Knight of Beauty. We don't have much time left. May we meet again.
What was on the
In that
second
case,
path?
let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with...
So weird he just didn't have his voice lines. Apparently he's like fully voiced in Japanese. All balloons must die. Of course we end up in a Soul Glad Bowl.
Congratulations to the Galactic Baseballer and Firefly on becoming this Scorched Sand Festival's champions!
Use my real name. Sorry, not my real name, my title.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the Grand Theater, I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
Why have we done this again? All I get is to think, right, where are my stellar jades?
Your endeavors are worthy of extra recognition, and I've taken steps to ensure that. However, This reward is not a material one, but rather the opportunity for an open and honest communication between us. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Huh?
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose.
Oh, god damn it.
The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles,
Where the
you
fuck is
must have
Welt?
glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer?
Still the real world.
A dystopia for the survival of the fittest? Or a sweet dream paradise for all?
I don't know, why are you asking me? I just hit stuff.
That's not the point. Don't let him mislead you.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Ms. Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs,
Feels like Sunday's about to go on a villain monologue.
and our final course of action. The only path to take.
Friday's perspective? Sorry, Sunday's perspective.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to the masses?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position.
Don't we already know it's the
of
Dream
great
Master
authority.
doing this?
Do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not
Oh,
know of
it's
the
only
Stellaron's
Acheron that
existence?
said she knows it's the Dream Master, right?
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current
I did read
circumstances
that, I kind
are
of... What did she say? Therefore the name is to point the spirit of me. Quite astonishing indeed. Yeah, cool.
dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you...
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up, and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. The magnitude of this matter is enormous, and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang, Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and quit.
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron. So
let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself? Always heeding there at...
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be...
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Ooh.
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one, Shipe?
Perfectly harmonized. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find
That's a very thinly veiled threat.
And without allies.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Oh shit.
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this.
That's a fucking twist.
Things have turned out this way.
Not that Sunday's a bit evil, but that it wasn't harmony. It wasn't Jibe all along.
I can't sing. The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one within the foundation of law. Humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Oh, okay. So the path of order.
To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet. Have we? Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed.
Stop beating around the bush and get to the point.
Patience is a virtue. However, I won't.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape. Least of all in the beautiful Penacony, and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's
Oh fuck, that's what he's doing. I actually missed that.
Miko is interested. Let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect in
Yo,
training
look at
the
me.
mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of it, I believe, after going through similar predicaments. You'll be able to better understand my thoughts.
Yeah, something tells me it's not gonna do shit.
Let's begin. The first decision. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we sipped later on. Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner,
We've already
baby
heard all
bird
this.
was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, we decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard. Not to mention that it was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice. Stick to the original plan. and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within. I eagerly await your...
That's a way to break suspense.
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at. If it were me, after all, leaving it there.
It looks like he really has no intent. Back to the question. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly.
That's kind of my thinking as well. If you can't afford, if you can't live by itself, there's no harm in looking after it.
Decipher his intentions, right? Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first.
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. Yet we passionately nursed it back to health, preparing only the best food for it every day. We even preened its I watched it for a long while by the window, probably about 3 or so days. In those, finally, on the 137th attempt, it succeeded. The fall shattered its wings. It writhed helplessly in my embrace. But it was all for naught. I deeply regret the choices we made. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems, and it was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he told me. I sold everything I could at home. The house, he had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune and enjoy Penacony's beautiful... After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, I'll tell you the outcome soon. Will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the Hound... I look forward to everyone's decisions.
Doesn't matter, he was fucked either way. Doesn't actually matter what Sunday does in this. At least he tried.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. He sold his kids to chase a dream. With that thought, there's only one choice.
A dream chaser story. If I acted out of but what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think...
This question... Surely it has some... I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease them.
It doesn't matter.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. Out of respect, first, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status.
But then he never brought his children back because he forgot.
Did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the Hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying Bronze Melodia. The mission was simple. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about his 2 children, he instead responded...
Again, not Sunday's fault, he's just a dick.
What children? In the end, my heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value, turning instead into a wrongdoing. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. And the story this story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion...
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand...
To help you grasp the full scope of this...
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct?
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
Huh?
A stray bullet?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IP.
Is she alright?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital.
Damn,
Way
Robin.
on above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away.
Savages?
Gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen? Miss Robin.
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, because this is merely a figment of imagination. A nightmare. Would you still support Robin's journey?
He's still alive. Oh, yeah, let's talk with the others first. Nearly got ahead of myself.
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. In the dream, I see blurry faces. I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them, fighting for survival against some unfathomable force.
Is this just some Impact Third lore that they've tied to Himiko in an optional voice line?
Their confusion and fear are lucid to me, but I also remember they
Either
chose
Himiko from
never
Impact
to give
Third
up.
not actually die.
Just like Miss Robin.
Okay.
If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled,
Or do the
you should
XVs
find the
have...
answer from your own experiences.
It's probably just a throwaway. It probably means nothing.
With each trailblaze,
Right.
dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away? Would you stop March and Don Hung from leaving?
Miss Robin's courage which is admirable. But the fact that she is also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No.
I am now aware of everyone's stand. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the Harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way.
Aye, aye, aye.
How sorrow, and even despair, set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how
Only
to
just
live
noticed he
a
had
happy
blue
life.
blue pupils.
This life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind.
This is the plot of Persona 5. I can't get Sight and Isle on his ass.
Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from, and it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days.
Yo.
Following Sunday,
now he's
there
cooking.
should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays.
Oh, that's his
This should
name.
be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit. Living a life of dignity. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
Apart from the fact people would have no agency anymore.
But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
That's depressing.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts.
Nothing wrong with a temporary escape.
Don't you agree, Miss Firefly?
To permanently
As to
run
why
away.
we sleep. It is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all. Even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright.
Exactly. To be human is to have agency.
The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Firefly
Since Miss
cooked.
Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer.
Fuck that nonsense.
We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Fudge all that noise.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know. But I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
Oh, is Misha the watchmaker by any chance? Or like a manifestation of the watchmaker? Watch. Clock thingy.
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you...
I don't know much about dream bubbles.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place... Exactly. This is
That
where
this is
you
where
and
we
Firefly
fought.
encountered death,
Sleepy.
which we now know as dormancy.
Sleepy.
Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, the question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely we're drawing closer to the truth once more.
All right, but there are
I guess... maybe this way?
Then wake to weep. That is the name of the patch. Okay. Much as I would love to keep going because it's getting really good, actually do need to go to bed. So, gotta go. See ya.